the breakdown.
Hello, Facebook friends. Welcome to another episode with the Wendy Davis eXperience. I'm really excited to have you meet one of my team members today. What we're going to be talking about is what is it like to be a real estate agent in these times with COVID in 2020, and what made my, Cassandra, who's the one agent that I'm going to be interviewing, what made her close her first transaction within the first 45 days of being an agent. So I'd like to welcome Cassandra Sandoval. Drum roll. We're going to get straight to the point today. We're going to go ahead and interview Cassandra. Hello.
Hello.
She's a little nervous, never done a Facebook Live before, and guess what? It gets better. So Cassandra, tell us a little bit about yourself. First of all, what made you get into real estate?
So I just recently graduated this past May from USC's Marshall School of Business.
USA!
Fight on, everyone. And COVID just threw me a curveball, just to be completely honest. And thankfully, I had a backup plan, which was real estate. I took my those classes maybe a year ago, and I had that exam date placed, and I just jumped into it with the help of you, of course. And here we are.
Awesome. Well, I think you made a great decision. I don't think a lot of people ever think about having a backup plan. So that was pretty mature and pretty awesome that you made that decision, because who knew that we were going to be sitting in such a economy like we are today? Luckily, real estate has been one of the thriving businesses out there, as we all know, because of the fact that we have such low interest rates today, and has caused us to have a lot of business, which is really exciting, right?
Yes.
So tell us, Cassandra, what was the one thing that helped you close your first transaction?
Honestly, the answer is pretty simple. It was being part of a team. I was able to step into a functioning business where I was able to be mentored, obviously, by you, and, learn the ropes in real time, and be able to have coworkers and team members that, were willing to help me the entire time. I don't know where I would be. I don't think I would have closed already if I wasn't part of a team, to be honest.
So you want to share with everyone what it was like to show your very first buyer your property? What happened? Tell us. It's kind of a funny story, so I want her to share.
Yes, my first showing, I had a panic attack for the first 5 minutes because I could not open the door, and I called Wendy and was like, I don't know what's happening. The door's not opening. The clients are waiting downstairs, and she calmed me down, and she was like, Cass, just turn it all the way to the right. Like, it'll be okay. So, first day on the job was rough, but here we are.
You made it happen. So I actually remember when I first started in real estate, I believe the very first buyer I showed property to, I actually got stuck, actually opening the door, and I was sweating, I was so embarrassed. Tell us, what is it like to be on a team? I mean, why did you choose to come on a team instead of doing something independently?
I think for me personally, it was being able to have a mentor, because this was essentially my plan B. I really didn't, put in a lot of effort into it right in the beginning.
What is it like to be on a team? I mean, why did you choose to come on a team instead of doing something independently?
I think for me personally, it was being able to have a mentor, because this was essentially my plan B. I really didn't, put in a lot of effort into it right in the beginning because I didn't know what it was like and what to do. And now going full force into it. I am so grateful to have you to show me the ropes and really be able to coach me and mentor me. And you've been in the industry for 15 years, so I'm learning a lot. And it's such a fast-paced career and environment that at this point I really needed a helping hand, because there's so many different things as far as even just the forms of, closing a deal. I'm like, what does this mean? What does this mean? So being able to have you there like 24/7 essentially is huge. And also because I am starting out, like something as simple as cost, like you really don't even think about it, but marketing and different technology with KV Core and EXP, like that is essential to any success, and having you cover that is just amazing.
Yeah, so you basically walked into a platform that was functioning,
right,
and has made things much easier for you just to focus on your 20%.
Right.
We always talk about your 80-20%, right? You got to focus on the 20% because the 20% is what's going to bring you the results, which we can see that with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I talk about daily activities. What kind of lead generation are you doing on a daily basis so far?
So first thing is just consistency all around. Every day we're hopping on phone calls and lead generating that way through KV Core. And with eXp, it's amazing. This KV Core system is so smart that it aligns with all your social media marketing.
That's been kind of nice.
Yeah, that's been amazing, because I think if anything, my daily activities consist of probably 80% social media marketing right now. I mean, it's obviously the time that we're living in is just all based around that. So every day I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on YouTube, making sure, that I'm getting heard out there.
Yeah, and being on my team, one of the things that I really focus on is a lot of the campaigns and the ads that are going out there. We're not just creating templates and throwing them out there, without an intention. I think being intentional, I always talk about intention on our team, is that having an intention on what's the targeted audience. That's really important. So if you are doing social media and you are lead generating through that portal, you got to make sure that you're targeting the exact neighborhood and what are the kind of people that you're targeting. Is it the baby boomers? Is it the next sellers? Is it for sale by owners? Or is it expireds? And once you decide what that looks like, then you actually create the campaigns and around that. But I think the very first thing that we've done is that I really focus on what's my targeted audience. Because this way you're not wasting your time making phone calls and just, because you get a lead that clicks on your website or clicks on that campaign, and it's really not a lead that is going to do anything. It's just kind of browsing through.
Right.
And, I think that that's one tip that I can give to everyone that's watching right now, is that yes, social media marketing is a hot thing, a hot topic right now, but make sure that you're being intentional and that you have the right target, and then you have the right scripts. So now we got to layer it with scripts. So you want to tell them, what it's been like, your experience learning scripts?
Yes.
Has it been fun?
I was very hesitant to hop on a phone call.
Super scared. Her first time, I said, all right, Cassandra, we're going to get on calls today.
I dragged my feet every single day, when she wanted to hop on phone calls. But, I've learned that we're going to learn by doing in this environment. And that's the only way. She's like, just got to jump in. You got to jump into the deep end. And
you're either going to sink or swim.
So I'm swimming.
You're swimming. You're definitely swimming. All right. So what are some of the advantages? I know you've kind of touched on some points, but if you can name 2 advantages of being on a team, so that those out there who are probably thinking about being on a team or thinking about getting their license and then, coming into this career, what are 2 things that you would say are an advantage?
Obviously one is the mentorship for me, because I really had no idea what this career consisted of. And, every single day you're doing something, and thank God I have you to hold me accountable. And, you know, we have our daily meetings every day and our weekly team meetings. So,
Yes,
you know, being
those are important.
Yes. So being part of, you know, just a community, like even just among your like team members is essential. And obviously just cost. It just makes sense to be part of a team in the beginning, at least, just so that you're not taking on all of those.
If you had to give them some advice, what would it be? I mean, you just started, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so you're brand new, but what's your advice to them for those out there who are brand new agents or are feeling like they're a little lost? What would you suggest?
I think the hardest transition for me was to stay consistent. I mean, I've been a student for the past, you know, 15 years, my whole life really, and you know, we have teachers and professors and your parents and everyone's making sure you're doing something. And I think the biggest transition for me was holding myself accountable. And you know, every single day you need to be doing your daily activities, you need to be doing your lead generation, making those phone calls, you know, being on social media and doing your marketing and your campaigns. So I would say set a schedule for yourself.
Schedule.
Yeah,
I love it. Yes.
We live off Google Calendar in this team, so
we sure do. If it's not on your schedule, it doesn't exist. Yes. I know a lot of you guys have heard that before.
Yes. So getting yourself, I don't know if you guys like technology, like Google Calendar, writing stuff down, Post-its around the house, whatever it is so that you can make it happen. Set yourself a schedule, set and be accountable. Hold yourself accountable. What else?
Well, I think you said it. You said two things, you know, being accountable, have a schedule, and join a team. Yeah. So there you heard it from Cassandra Sandoval. You got to hear what it was like to close her first transaction. And, you know, you got to hear what are some of the things, activities that she's doing so that she can inspire you to do the same thing if you are a brand new agent. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. Whether you're a new agent or you're not a new agent or you're a seasoned agent, if you are not doing daily activities, and what I mean about a daily activity consistently, that means phone calls, lead generation through social media, if you are not doing any type of trainings, whatever your niche is, every single day you got to do activities towards getting sales and adding value to your clients. So that's the number one thing. And if you create that consistency every single day, whether it's 2 hours, whether it's 1 hour, the compound effect is going to happen. Okay, the compound effect of those activities is going to get you your next deal. It's going to get somebody to raise their hand in your sphere of influence to say, hey, you know what? I've been thinking about selling my home. What do you think? Because they turn to you as the expert. So remember, the one tip that I'm going to leave you with is please do activities every single day. And what does that look like for you? You get to create this. Remember, what you focus on expands. And I also am welcoming anybody that's out there interested in joining a team. I am hiring. I'm looking for some agents who are interested in being held accountable, have a schedule, and to do some daily activities so that you can get the results. And I will be your mentor. I will be here to coach you through your transactions, just like I have with Cassandra. And we'll have a lot of fun doing it. Do we have a lot of fun?
We have a lot of fun.
We have to have fun. I mean, I am all about having fun. But at the same time, we got to work hard, play hard, right? All right, Cassandra, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and sharing your story.
Thank you.
So there you go, everybody. We want to say thank you to Cassandra for joining us today. And I want to welcome every single one of you guys every month at the beginning of the month on Wednesdays. Today we were a little late. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're here. It's going to be at 1 o'clock on Wednesdays every single month. And I'm going to have guest speakers. I'm going to be interviewing mega agents, CPAs. You know, we're going to be giving you a lot of knowledge, because that's what it's all about. It's about learning, staying on top of your game, staying on top of the real estate market. So thank you so much for joining me today. I am here to coach you, inspire you, and not only in business, guys, but in all areas of your life. And most of all, give you hope to be the better version of yourself.